Hey, just to let you guys know, we're recording. That's what it says I have to tell you people.
Oh yeah, because it definitely says Clifford is recording the call now. So
Yeah.
Okay.
alrighty, all
Well,
right,
we are
Cliff.
missing. Oh, there he is.
All right, Cliff. You can give us the old countdown rule.
All right. So here we go. In three, two, one.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is January the 12th, 2020, and you're listening to the Three Counts. Woo! Yeah, I definitely got to get like some sound effects for the show now, because
Bum, 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 bum.
that works too. All right, guys, you heard it. I'm Chaz Evans with my lovely, 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 and I mean lovely co-hosts, partners, whatever you want to call yourselves. We'll go down the list. This time, we're going to start off with the one, the only, little JJ.
What's up? How you doing?
I
Pleasure to be
love
on
it.
the show. Pleasure to be on the show.
Alrighty then, that's it. So then, we also got the Bruiser, the big dog. That's right, Cliff, the big red dog.
And now my catchphrase.
Perfect.
I love it.
Perfect. Perfect. And last, but not certainly the least, he is the 25 world champion. He is Mr. Swole Idol, Christopher J. Idol.
You know, every time you say that number, the more I don't think that's correct. But I'm happy to be here.
Listen, all I know is the actual number is ridiculous. So that's what's up, guys. How's your week has been?
Oh, I mean, it's been good for me. Just wrestling's wrestling, and then
Wrestling is
it's
wrestling,
not.
yeah.
It's like there's no big titles. Nothing happened this week at all. Like, yeah, it's low key. It's like a good news week when you know that nothing major has ever happened in a wrestling week this week.
True, that's true. What about you, Josh? I know you're still seething.
I'm pissed because my Ravens choked.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you're listening to this, this is recording on the 12th. So this is the Sunday after the divisional AFC game, and the Baltimore Ravens choked. And I mean, choked. Kind of like Paige, and anyway,
Oh my god.
just know they choked.
Oh,
They choked. So us Baltimoreans are not in the happiest of moods. Well, what about you, Mr. Idol? How's your week been?
My week's been pretty cool. I can't complain.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. Well, I can tell you what's been good, and that's the response we've been getting from our premiere show last week. I heard through the grapevine that everyone loved it. So I guess that's a big thumbs up for us. So I guess we can give ourselves a pat on the back.
I can't reach my back, so I'm not even gonna try.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
well, get someone to pat your back for you then, Mr. Idol. So let's get on right to it. We got some juicy topics, some racist things,
Bully.
and we're just going to get right started. So, um, if you've been living under a rock in the wrestling world, then you probably don't know what's been going on with maybe as of right now. She is possibly the future TNA champion, Tessa Blanchard. So there was a report that she's a bully. She has bullied other women's wrestlers. Chelsea Green has come out, Big Swole, just to name a few. And she's also, at one point, used the N-word in Japan. So, yes, Josh. Yes. That's the Blanchard. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, the Twitter world, the social media has been a buzz. People are talking about Tessa Blanchard. So, especially now that it was the day before, probably the most historic match in women's wrestling history at this point. So, everyone has an opinion. Some people are saying that, oh, she's a racist. Some people saying that we don't support bullying, so we don't support Tessa. Some people are like, well, she wrestles good. So let's do it how we normally do. Should Tessa Blanchard be punished? We're gonna send it off to start us off this week with the Big Red Dog Cliff. What do you think?
That is not fair that they're talking about a white person calling another person the N-word and then asking the white person to speak on it. I see racism. I know what it looks like. It's exactly what's going on here. So, should she be punished? Yes, she should, but how? What do you do? Tell her that she can't win the Impact title? Like, is that the punishment we get? We just like, oh hey, you're not gonna wrestle on this promotion anymore? Like, I guess, like, how do you punish someone for saying something like that? Just let Sami Callihan like deck her in the face, because that probably not gonna solve it. Like, anything you do right now is bad press. You know what I mean? Like, how would you attack that situation? For me, she should be punished, but I don't have her win the title and then write her off TV for a few weeks. I guess I really don't know what the wrestling world would do for that kind of punishment. You know what I mean?
Right. So, Josh, we were talking about this in the car. What do you think?
You know what? This racist bully needs to get punished.
I wouldn't call her a racist, though.
Racist bully. That's what she is. She's a racist bully. Okay? But anyway, back to my point. I agree with Cliff. There should be a punishment. I don't know how, but like Cliff said, I don't know how you would particularly punish her. I would say probably like lose the title match in like 10 seconds maybe or something. Like have her get embarrassed or something. I don't know. But that's still, like, as Cliff would say, it's bad press, and you don't really want bad press. I don't think Impact wants bad press, especially not now. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. But yes, I think there should be a punishment. Maybe she gets written off a couple of shows, maybe. Or maybe she jobs out to some people. I don't know. There should be something that should be done, to let people know, oh, you cannot do this. So I don't know. But there should be a punishment.
Okay.
I mean,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, if it happens in another country, is it still a bad thing? Because like, it happened in Japan. It's not like it happened in America. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no. Yeah, racism is racism. Whether you're in Japan,
China,
Africa,
Russia,
boom shakalaka.
I feel like that's not a real place.
It's not, but racism is racism.
No, it's real.
It's right next to Wakanda.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
But go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, that's some racist ass shit she said. But should she be punished? What are you gonna do to her? She's the biggest star in Impact. Impact's got an entire pay-per-view built around her. There's a lot of people that bought the pay-per-view solely to see her match. So, What do you do? I don't know.
See, that's my thing.
Like, do you
Alright.
slap her? I'm like, okay. Slap her with like a real heavy fine. That would be my solution. But
That's such a WWE thing to do, though.
Yeah.
We fined her $500,000 for saying that word in the past.
well, because people
Such a
want to punish
bad
her.
word.
So you got to do something. They're not gonna fire her. That's not.
Oh no.
Like that's
Oh,
not.
no.
Nah, you fired
Like,
Tessa
you know.
Blanchard. You might as well just kiss every chance of competing with AEW and ROH and WWE out the window. So you can't fire her. But
Can't fire her.
there's got to be something because we have to address the issue. That's the
Yeah.
that's the prime of it. We have to address the issue because I think we talked about this on the preview show with the ACH. Like, there's an issue that has to be brought up. Like, it has to be dealt with. Now, how you do it? Like, I agree with Chris. There's a whole pay-per-view tonight. Of recording this, TNA's pay-per-view is built around Tessa Blanchard winning the TNA title from Sami Callihan. That's what the whole show is about her. You could care less about anything else going on that show. But the one thing that everybody is going to talk about and going to remember, what Tessa Blanchard did.
Yeah.
So,
I also
Yeah.
want to point out Tully Blanchard's her dad, and Tully was definitely a bully as well. So it's probably hereditary.
Damn.
was he really?
He said it was hereditary.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, you've never heard the story of when Turner was buying Jim Crockett Promotions and they interviewed everyone about how they felt about Dusty's work as a booker,
No, I didn't.
and everyone said Dusty was great except Tully, who said, "Yeah, this booking's a piece of shit."
Oh my goodness.
And I think Dusty's a piece of shit. and he wasn't allowed to ride on the private plane anymore because he told his honest opinion to Turner Broadcasting.
Oh wow.
Well,
That's crazy.
that's one way of writing yourself out.
Right. But
But I mean,
yeah.
she's a bully, okay, and
Yeah.
Because that's the wrestling culture.
I mean, like, okay,
Like that's the culture there. So
no law that says you can't be a mean person.
No, there's not.
no,
There's not a law that says you can't be. But there is consequences for those actions. Obviously you saw it with Tully being kicked off the private plane. Tessa, I mean, she could, I guess, like row a boat from Japan to the show. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you punish
I think
her.
the lesson to be learned here is bully white people, not black people. That's what I hear. 'Cause that's what got her in trouble. Yeah.
That's why I've only won the television title in WCF and not the main title, because I'm white. I got it.
Yeah, there's a quota. Cliff, there's a quota. You see, if it's Havoc and AJ, they already had it, so you can't have it. You have to wait for the rollover.
I got it.
crazy.
So what I understood is that on the next view, it'll be like, all right, maybe we'll let Cliff have it now.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 of us think that Tessa suit, she should be punished. 2 of us think, not really, because, well, what the heck you gonna do? So I guess here on the 3 count, we're even on this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're even.
All right. Well, then we'll go on to the next topic. So, it was informed to me and, well, everyone else in the wrestling community that there was a wrestler of the year of 2019 for Pro Wrestling Illustrated. And do we know who this person is? Because I'm actually upset about it.
Adam Cole, baby!
Yep. Adam Cole, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Cole is Pro Wrestling Illustrated's 2019 Wrestler of the Year. Let's just forget about Nick Aldis, about Chris Jericho, Jon Moxley, Okada. Let's just forget about them, right? But because Adam Cole and NXT is the hot thing right now, that's Wrestler of the Year. But I digress right now. We'll start with you, Chris. Do you agree? Is Adam Cole the Wrestler of the Year?
I do agree, and here's why.
Of course.
So you got to remember that Pro Wrestling Illustrated is written largely in the world of kayfabe, and they consider kayfabe accomplishments. So if you look at 2019, Adam Cole spent most of that year as a champion. Adam Cole is on TV relatively every week, as opposed to, let's say, Okada. Okada doesn't wrestle every week. Okada wrestles a couple times a month. He's not on TV every week putting out bangers. But when he does wrestle, he puts on bangers, but he's not out there every week. He doesn't do house shows, and he's not on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, all of these places. So I agree. Now, Nick Aldis is cool. Nick Aldis doesn't wrestle every week. Jericho's cool. Jericho doesn't wrestle every week. Jericho's promos and character work have been amazing, but Jericho's matches this year, they've been aight. There hasn't been an amazing Jericho match in 2019. I love Jericho. I'm sorry. Amazing promos, amazing character work, amazing build, yes. Amazing matches, no. Nick Aldis is fantastic, but he's not wrestling all the time. He's wrestling sparing. To me, if you take all that into account, Adam Cole's the man.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, did Chaz have a stroke?
Yeah, it is.
It's technical difficulties.
But I mean, I have to agree, man, that Adam Cole is. I mean, he is consistently every week. He's in and out. He's the best wrestler, like on a consistent level. His matches are continuously. We just talked about it, right?
And
like you see that.
Like we're talking on a consistent basis. Like,
Yeah.
Of course, Adam Cole doesn't wrestle every week, but he wrestles almost every week, as opposed to anybody else that's out there. And I feel on that consistency level, that's why he deserves the spot.
Well, can we name anybody else who knocked out banger matches against Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, the War Games match? He had his own triple threat match going on at Survivor Series. Like, he was consistently doing all this in 1 week. We talk about all the great matches he had. I agree. I think Adam Cole should have been named that. And yes, you can talk about Chris Jericho, and I know this is Chaz's favorite wrestler, but his matches this year, man, just not as consistent as they usually are. I mean, I said it. Hangman Page and Chris Jericho was not a good match. I'm sorry, I'll say it.
Jericho match he had this year that was better than any match Adam Cole had this year.
Name one.
Name one. For those who cannot see,
Jericho
his
and Cody.
face
Jericho and Cody
was
Jericho
not better.
And Cody. I do. I think.
Better.
Yes, I disagree. I think Jericho and Cody was probably the best match of the year.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
What do you
Tyler
think?
Bate
match
and
of the
Walter
year?
would like to speak with you, sir. Tyler Bate and Walter would wipe their ass with that Jericho and Cody match. And Cody Rhodes is probably my favorite wrestler.
I believe there's a Jericho and Cody match, and y'all can fight me on it. It's better than the Tyler Bate and Walter match.
I mean, we can fight you on it because a
Wow.
lot of other people would agree that Walter and Tyler were better than Chris and Cody. I'm sorry, man. Like that match was fire. But if we're talking
It
about Adam
was.
Cole, yo, I'm sorry, but I got more out of Adam Cole versus Daniel Bryan than I did from Jericho's match with Cody.
Same.
I know, but it is what it is on that part, man. Like they elevated a star. He was consistent with Dan Bryan in the storytelling aspect, and it had no build. It was just like, oh hey, by the way, here's Adam Cole. He wants to fight Daniel Bryan, and they put on a better match than Cody and Chris. What did Cody do in the match? He just kissed the steel steps and busted his face open. That's what we're gonna remember from that match. And the fact that MJF had the heel turn. That's what sold that match. It wasn't the fact that it was two good wrestlers putting on a good match. But the problem is that you had two better wrestlers in Bryan and Cole put on this amazing story with only 15 minutes.
Fine. We can agree to disagree. Josh, what do you think?
My opinion.
Yes, your wrestler of the year is Adam Cole.
Baby.
When you're looking at it and you try to compare on who really had like a better year, it's kind of hard not to pick Adam Cole, you know? And like I love Jericho. You know I love Jericho. But I just think Adam Cole
Baby.
Yeah.
Adam Cole, man. But then Chris Jericho, I have been a little biased because I love Chris Jericho.
I mean, if you look at Chris Jericho, won.
Fat.
He's
Yes,
the inaugural. Hey, don't come for the dad bod. Okay? When you have kids, it
I
happens.
don't want to hear that. Jericho's had kids since 2005. And he got fat like the last year and a half.
Listen, he's on tour.
Kids. Don't
He's
try
on
to
tour.
blame kids.
He's on tour with Fozzy.
Tokyo Dome with him. You see how old he is? No, you can't blame kids.
Chris Jericho is the inaugural, the first AEW World Champion.
Yeah.
He is the first one. I think that speaks more since we're talking kayfabe.
But he won that in August.
Like, hey, I'll give credit though, right? He was the IWGP Intercontinental Champion.
Right,
He won the AEW. He won the AEW title. But overall, when you look at it, like Adam Cole, like he had the match with Johnny Gargano. He had the 2 out of 3 fall match that was amazing. He had the singles match that was amazing. He then he had matches with Keith Lee that were amazing. Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins. Like we can list everybody off, and it's not like we're talking about bums. I mean, Pro Wrestling PWI talks about how much they love Daniel Bryan, and who did Daniel Bryan put over? Adam Cole, baby.
True.
So what about John
While
Cable?
Chris Jericho, he beat everybody. I mean, he got pinned by one person pretty much the whole of the year, and that was Scorpio Sky. Like, let's be real. You know what I mean? Just
like Jericho's been having good matches. They just haven't been as great as Adam Cole's.
baby.
I would honestly, if we're not gonna pick Jericho, I would still pick Johnny Gargano then over Adam Cole.
But the problem with Johnny G, right? And I'll give you that. If Johnny Gargano never got hurt towards the fourth quarter, I would say you could definitely put that run.
You're
but
right.
he missed
I forgot
a
about
good
injury.
portion.
He was out basically, like Cliff said, the last quarter of the year. Gargano missing in action. So
You're trying to take it. Like, I think the only other person that you really put up there, like in that same category of like consistent wrestler, I would say Dean Ambrose / John Moxley, because John, like when he came in to Double or Nothing, bro, the building blew up, and in New Japan he blew up there, and he was helping put some guys over. He was on a huge winning streak in Japan. Like, he was having great matches, and then he got what is it, staph infection. He had to miss a couple shows.
Yeah.
Like, overall, like, I would have said that's the person. That's the next person I would have said. That would be my number 2 top wrestler.
Right. That'd be a good case for number 2. But same thing. He wasn't wrestling like every week. Still, like a couple times a month. So it's really hard. It's really hard to not say Adam Cole.
I'm still not saying Adam Cole.
Baby.
You're entitled to your wrong opinion, and we still love you.
You see how they do me? Now
We talk about a debate show, and you're trying to debate us, and we're winning the debate. How's that feel? This is your show. You're losing the debate.
moving on. I'm sorry. That was funny. Okay, moving on. So, Brock Lesnar. We just found out that he is going to enter, number 1, the WWE champion. Will be in the Royal Rumble. Last week, we talked about who might possibly throw him out. But now let's talk about Brock and his placement on Monday Night Raw. We all know Monday Night Raw is a drag to get through these days. 3 hours is a long time. It's a long time to keep me interested. It's a long time, period. So, is Brock Lesnar the problem with Monday Night Raw? Who wants to start this off?
I mean,
Nobody.
I
was scared that Brock's gonna come and eat you guys.
Hell no, I'm not scared of Brock Lesnar. I will tell you right now, Brock Lesnar is not the problem. He is at least somewhat of a draw into why I want to watch Raw when Brock shows up. The rest of the show sucks ass. Not just ass. Sucks the hole in the ass. The asshole, for those of you who are trying to figure out what I'm saying. Like, you have all these fucking squash matches that don't mean dick.
Shit.
Like, we had Murphy and Black, which is electric. We had Rey Mysterio and Andrade, which was electric. And then you give us, like, all these other bullshit matches. Like, how am I supposed to invest in the Viking Raiders if they go through and squash half the teams? You have a triple threat tag team match for them, and they just run through. It's like, this is fucking stupid, man. Like, how is it that you have these 3 great teams battling in a triangle, and you say, all right, well, Street Profits can beat the Good Brothers, who can beat the Viking Raiders, who beat the Street Profits. Let's just put them all together, and we'll just fuck them up. Like, you squash all these great opportunities you have. The women's division is abysmal. Abysmal. It sucks. I'm sorry. Becky Lynch, you are amazing on the show. I love hearing you out there. But what the fuck, man. Like, we could only have one storyline per
Yeah.
female. Like, that's crazy. Like, we can, like, at least on SmackDown, right? If you have the whole storyline with Lacey Evans, but then you at least got Mandy baking fucking
Yes.
cakes for Otis. Like, if you guys
Yes.
didn't watch SmackDown on Friday night, spoiler, that happened. But at least you get like multiple women involved in some storylines, and then in Raw, it's like, nope. All right, so Becky's the title, and unless you're friends, our friends or enemies, we're gonna just not even worry about you on the show. It's just there's so much like talent on a roster. I don't know how come you can't build. How come you can't just build stories to build stories? Like Ricochet and I don't care Cedric Alexander have a story because look, they legitimately are friends, and now they want to see who's better, and you can just push that story that way. You don't have to have everything for a title, but it's like you can't have like AJ and Randy Orton's story is a perfect example of what I want to see with more wrestlers. They're not fighting for a title; they're just fighting because they want to know who's better. But no, we have to have all these goddamn squash matches. Like, oh, here's Johnny Ringo, a local enhancement talent, versus Ricochet. Who's gonna win? I'm taking Johnny for some reason because I hope that you're not picking Ricochet. Like, but no, Ricochet wins, and it's like you deal with this for 3 hours, and not to mention half the roster tries to cut a promo, and they're just like, I forgot my line. Uh, So to me, that's a problem. Is that you're trying to jam too much. You're not having enough time in your wrestling matches, and you want to focus on all these talents, but you just stick them in a squash match. Fans will try to care about them. Like, we can't invest in nobody. You don't even invest in the show. Sorry, that's a lot.
I mean, Cliff let out all his grievances just now. All right, Chris.
Yeah, Lesnar's not the problem. He's one of the highlights of the show, going into what Cliff says, because when Brock Lesnar's on, no matter what he's doing, it's interesting. Whether you like it, you don't like it, it's interesting. It just is, because when Brock shows up, you're like,
Shit about
oh
to go
boy,
down.
what's he gonna do now? And that's what's missing in wrestling. Is when you watch the show, you don't feel that sense of anything can happen anymore. But with Brock, you feel that. Whether he's gonna, show up and enter the Rumble, or he pops up at Money in the Bank to win it. He's breakdancing on Raw. He's killing Dominic Mysterio. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we don't get a lot of that anymore. But that's the stuff that makes the show interesting. So if anything, I think Brock is a bright spot on Raw more than a hindrance.
He's
And
the savior.
To piggyback on the Brock thing, we never know. What do you think about this? It's just thought.
Here we go.
What
Here's
if
the
Brock
theory.
at the Rumble, like someone comes out, let's just say, let's just use Keith Lee. Keith Lee comes out.
Yeah.
And Brock's like, oh, nah, fuck that, and eliminates himself.
Yeah.
Tell me
That's so much heat.
that is.
That's good.
But I tell you, the fans would boo this man. Just an idea. Just
They wouldn't just. But the problem that you'll have with that is that you kill like everything that Brock is about. Because Brock, even though he's like a tactical person at times, he's very like he doesn't fear a lot of people, right?
Right.
Because like even Big Show, like he ran out and beat the shit out of Big Show with the steel chair. Like he's smart about how he's gonna fight, but he just runs in there, he just beats the shit out of people. Like to see him bounce out the ring, you kill all that noise. The Beast would now become like the pup,
Bitch.
because yeah, he would be beauty. That's what he is. Even though he's not really that pretty, he would just be beauty. He wouldn't even be the Beast. He would just be the light guy. After all that.
Okay. So here's my take on Brock. I think Brock is the best thing in WWE. I do. I've always said that. I never disliked Brock. Even when the whole part-timer, the belt not being on Raw shenanigans went down, even though it's still going down. But
That's not that big a deal.
it's not. Right, exactly.
That's not as big a deal as people try to make it out to be.
Right. Brock is the most credible and believable champion in
Yes.
WWE.
When you
Brock
see
has-
when you see Brock Lesnar and he's beating somebody's ass, you really feel like
Feel it, yeah.
he's beating someone's ass.
Right.
You don't feel like he's a wrestler, play fighting. When he was throwing around Dominic,
Oh my God.
that was hard to watch. Cause it's like, oh my God, like why is he doing that to him? Like that was insane.
Right.
When Brock is in there, Brock feels dangerous. I remember at SummerSlam when he split Orton's head open with
I was
his
just about to
elbow.
bring that up. Yep.
Woo!
Or
I also wouldn't mind to see
when he
Orton
F5'd
again.
Seth on the stretcher.
Oh yeah.
When we're seeing Seth get put in the ambulance, and we're thinking the ambulance is going to drive away because that's what always happens. We always see that. We're not expecting the ambulance to stop Brock to rip the door open, pull Seth out, and F5 him.
Yeah. Brock is the problem.
Brock feels dangerous. It feels like when Brock is on the show, Brock does whatever he wants, even though we know it's written. But it feels like Brock is doing whatever he wants because he doesn't do what everyone else does. So he feels different.
Brock is money either way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like Cliff was saying, when Brock Lesnar shows up on Raw, people tune in.
Yeah.
That's facts. I'm not an avid Raw watcher anymore. I can't do it. But when Brock is on, or they announce him, or I get a notification that Brock showed up, oh, you sure as hell know I'm putting on USA and seeing what's going on. Brock is a ratings draw. If anything, Brock is the solution for Monday Night Raw. I don't think he's a problem. He's the solution. Like everything else is the problem.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you want to look at a problem from Raw, it's not Brock. It's everything else.
Yeah. No, seriously. Yeah. If I were to sit here and really try to make a list of like all the things that I think Raw could improve upon, Lesnar wouldn't be on that list.
Yep.
And little JJ, your takes on Brock? Brock the issue?
Like you guys said, I don't think Brock is the issue. Honestly, Raw is just boring. Like, Raw is just a boring show. There's nothing that's really interesting besides Brock Lesnar. There's nothing really entertaining, really, about the show except for Brock. And, Brock barely shows up, which I kind of hate. Yes, I'm one of those guys. Part-timers. I hate them. They're never here. He's not a defending champion. Yada, yada, yada. But, yeah. Brock isn't the problem. And Brock, like you said, Chaz, is a ratings. He draws ratings. Like, when Brock is there, I want to watch to see what kind of BS he's going to do this week. Like, is he going to steal candy from a baby or something? I don't know. Like, he just like, as Justin said, it feels like, even though it's scripted, Brock feels like he does whatever he wants because he is different. He does things differently than other wrestlers do. So, honestly, I just think it comes down to the creative team. They have to find ways to get some of the talent, like some interesting stories to do or something. Or maybe they pitch ideas in or something. But Brock is a solution. But he can't be the only solution.
Yeah. We can't be the only solution because he's not there every week, number one.
Fucking part-timer.
Yeah, you know.
He's not a defending champion.
And I got a gripe with that, though, about the defending champion because they're not every week. Conor McGregor, UFC, and boxing, they don't defend their titles every month.
Exactly.
Because
And
it's
here's my
real life
If you
fighting.
look back
Exactly.
at the height of wrestling in the 80s when Hogan was champ and Ric Flair was champ, they were not on TV every week.
Right.
TV like every 3 weeks. At the
Don't
most.
tell the Marks that. Then they lose credibility.
No.
As
You
in,
know
yeah.
what? Because all three of you are going to agree with me. I'm just going to change my stance purposely. Brock is the problem. You want to know why Brock is the problem? Because he's not on a show every week, okay? You know why he's not on a show every week? Because he's too busy go around having this goddamn asparagus, baked potato, and well-done steak and try to act like he's going to be somebody. But he's not, okay? He got knocked the fuck out in the UFC, and then he came back and laid on top of another dude to give himself more credibility, and then he's an unsafe worker by going around and punching people in real life. Remember what he did to John Cena? Busting up his mouth? Remember what he did to Randy Orton? Busting up his head? It's all Brock's fault. The talent is too scared to actually do anything because they're afraid that if they do, Brock Lesnar is going to come in and beat the fuck out them, and that's why they don't do it, okay? That's the reason why they're not around. That's the reason why ratings go down, because Brock's like, you know what? I'm going to be a selfish asshole. I don't want to be on the show, even though I know that I'm going to be the only credible thing up here. That's why Raw sucks, and it's all Brock's fault. Fuck Brock. Fuck Paul. Fuck Vince. That's what it is. All right? Fuck every one of you that think that I'm wrong, because earlier my opinion is now invalid because I think Brock Lesnar is the issue. Fuck you guys.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Cliff's Tony Khan check must have cleared just now.
I did. And I'm grateful that it did. Thank you, Tony Khan. Thank you. Okay?
Oh, man. Well, guys, that's the debate topic for the day. We're going to move to Tony Khan check. That's going to be the one. Oh, that's going to be the one. So, we're going to do a segment. Winners and losers of the week. So, with all the wrestling going on, someone's got to win, someone's got to lose. So, with all the wrestling you have consumed over the week, you young Jedi wrestling Padawans, who are your winners and losers? We'll go around. We'll start with Cliff, little JJ, me, and then Mr. Idol. You will finish us off. So, Cliff, winners and losers of the week.
I think my winner of the week has to be Naito. Like, I don't know if it still counts because it's technically Sunday when we watched the show. So
Well, okay. No, I'll give it to you. Well,
hey, yes, I'm gonna take Naito. that's the winner of the week. Woo! And honestly, like, shit, I'm trying to think of like loser of the week. Hey, let's be real. Chris Jericho, okay? You're the loser of the week. I'm sorry, man. You had an opportunity to sign John Moxley. You didn't, and then you ate a champagne bottle in the face for it, okay? I'm sorry, bro. I love your matches. I love your segments. But this time, you just didn't have what it takes to sign John Moxley. Even that Ford GT 500 series that you keep claiming is $1 million car, and it's not. Hey, it's 7,500,000. Thank you.
So yeah, he changed it. He changed his the value of it on Wednesday. I caught that.
Receipts.
Yeah, we have receipts. But sorry, sir. And then, worst of all, you took the champagne bottle to the face, and then you got hit with the paradigm shift. And I'm gonna have to say that you took 2 L's that night. And yeah, so you're my loser of the week.
All right, Cliff got Chris Jericho as a loser, and then Naito as the winner of the week. All right, little JJ.
Okay. So yeah, for the winners, I'm stuck with 2 people. But you want to? I guess I'm gonna pick Moxley as the winner of the week. Yes, I am. I'm gonna say it. I thought he was actually gonna get signed.
Yeah, they fooled me. They fooled me.
They
Yeah, they fooled me. I ain't gonna lie. I don't get fooled anymore nowadays.
Oh, that was gold. Moxley's the winner of the week, winner of the month, winner of the first quarter of the 2020. Oh, it was perfect. It was either between that or Otis. I love that.
Otis.
I love the Otis.
You and this tongue noise. Listen, people don't watch this. They hear it. They listen to podcasts. And all they're going to hear is you slurping.
Yeah. They're gonna figure that out.
Someone's parent is going to listen to their children listening to this, and all they're going to hear is... and you're going to lose us listeners.
Josh, I told you can't do that on this show.
I'm sorry, I
other
couldn't. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
This one's for children.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Oh, these guys. All right, who's your loser of the week?
Shoot. Oh God, that's a good question. Who is the loser? I want to be different. I don't want to say Chris Jericho.
What is it telling my boy Chris Jericho today?
Oh my God,
Jericho.
You know what? Fuck it. Fat Jericho. Loser. Take this fat L. Loser. You thought you could sign Moxley, and that's why you are a loser. Loser. I can say it in African too. Loser. You are a loser. Chris Jericho is a loser.
Alrighty then.
I can say it in British too. You want me to do British?
I'd rather you not.
No.
But you're going to do it anyway.
Okay. I gotta get my British accent right. Okay, so Tay. So loser.
That sounds like the African. Anyway, my winner and loser of the week. Winner of the week. I gotta go to Keith Lee. Keith Lee, NXT, number one contender for the North American Championship.
Yeah.
I loved everything but one thing about that match. But I can sneak by it. But yeah, Keith Lee is we all know the push he's getting. It's deserved. And yeah, Keith Lee. That's my winner for the week. And my loser for the week is not Chris Jericho.
Should be Jericho. He's a loser.
No. It's actually
That's
Tim
fact.
Storm.
Oh.
Tim Storm, NWA. He gets my L of the week. Because now he's got to deal with Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner. And all
What,
of
he's got like
his
a 33 and a
mathematic
third % chance of winning?
skills. If y'all would have let me, I had the joke coming. And y'all just trying to take my shine. I had the joke coming. Look at y'all going into business for yourselves. Look at y'all. Look at y'all, a bunch of wrestlers. That's what y'all are, a bunch of selfish wrestlers going into business for yourselves. It was my turn to talk. I let y'all speak. Damn. Clifton ruined my joke. He jumped the gun. Shit. Now I'm mad. Justin. Go ahead.
All right. Let's see. My winner of the week, I would have to say, you know what? I'm gonna go with Will Ospreay. He is my winner of the week. That match he had was fire. I liked it.
It was.
It was great. It was a great match.
That heel of his wasn't on fire, though.
And you know what? It's a good thing the match took place in Japan, because if it happened here, he'd have got 4 3/4.
4 3/4. Yep. There you go. I knew that Meltzer joke was coming.
Yeah. And let's see, my loser of the week. It kind of is Jericho.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jericho. You know who the real loser of the week? Every goddamn group in AEW. What the fuck? The Inner Circle failed to sign Moxley. The Blade, the Butcher, the Bunny, they got laid out by DDP in 2019.
2020.
The Dark Order, I still don't know why they're employed. The
Because Matt
Nightmare
Hardy's the
Collective.
leader.
I have never seen such a group of people that I have not. Like, what? Who the fuck is Luther? Who the fuck is Luther? The only Luther I want to see on television is Luther Vandross, and he ain't.
Oh my God, this dude just said Luther Vandross. Oh my.
Like, just, I was
This
done
man.
with all the groups in AEW this week. They all get the L. Every single one of them. If you're in a group and you work at that company, you get the big fat L.
Wow.
Fun fact, I was actually going to say Tessa was my loser of the week.
I was gonna say that too.
I found it a little bit more compelling to say that Jericho had to be the first.
Well, I think Tessa gets an overall big ass L.
Yeah.
Tessa's getting the
Justin
L of the
Jones.
month. When we do
Yeah.
the monthly wrap up.
Yeah, monthly wrap up. Yeah. She definitely gets an L. Well, that's the show, guys. That's another show in the books.
All right.
Yeah.
Got through another one.
We're 2 weeks in. I'm surprised that everyone's here. Listen, y'all. I bet $50 that this time in 2 months, this will be a 2-man show. I don't know who's the two, but listen. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, this is the 3 count, guys. I want to thank you for listening. Thank you for sticking with us this long. It was a bunch of bull crap as always, but hey, that's how the 3 count goes. I'd like to remind you that give us an honest review. Tell us if you like the show. Tell us if we suck. Tell us if you think my voice is annoying, or you think little JJ is stupid.
I am very stupid.
Or Cliff is white. Like, give us an honest opinion. Give us a 5-star review. Don't give us 4 3/4. Definitely would like.
Give us 7 stars.
7?
Yes.
All right, yeah.
We gotta go. We gotta break. Yes.
No, that's when we record internationally.
Oh yes, we gotta be in Japan. We gotta be in Japan for that.
All right, bet. So when we go to Wrestle Kingdom next year.
Exactly.
Okay, bet. Cool. But yeah, make sure you guys check us out on all podcast streaming sites, apps, whatever you kids use. That's Apple Podcast, Spotify, Castbox, Overcast, Radio Public, Stitcher, TuneIn, and everything else. We're all there. Send us your questions. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. You got a question for us? We're kind of smart. We know what we talk about. I mean, I guess, right? Yeah.
Hey,
So, yeah, send us your questions. Tell us what you think. Also, if you know a wrestling fan, send them a link. Tell your friends. Tell your mom. Tell your grandpa. Tell Aunt Billy Joe.
Billy Joe.
Billy Joe.
Listen, it's a weird world we live in, y'all.
We don't
And watch
discriminate.
somebody be like,
Aunt Billy
I'm
Joe
talking about my
can
Aunt Billy
listen to
Joe.
our show. We don't
Exactly.
discriminate.
Exactly.
"Hi, Aunt Billy Joe."
Hi. Anyway, but yeah, guys, subscribe to us. Send the word out. If you want more stuff from us, let us know. We'll be back next Sunday, recording another episode. We'll be doing our Royal Rumble predictions. So we'll see who's winning the Rumble, who's coming in. Well, we know who's coming in number 1, but who's going to be number 15? Who's going to be number 30? Who's surprise entrance we got? All that. So Royal Rumble special. So make sure to tune in next week. And be on the lookout for that. So let's end this off. I'm Chaz Evans here with Chris Idol, Cliff Red Dog Miller, and Little JJ saying hasta la vista. Catch you
Baby.
next week and peace out.
Chris Jericho's fat.